All right, what is up, guys? Welcome to the video. We got a push day today. We're here at this gym. Surprise, I'm moving down to Texas the next month. I'm so glad I came back. It just reminded me how much I love Austin. Was here, little backstory, was here for a month last year, September. Was gonna move here, signed a lease, ended up not moving here. Went back to Virginia, moved to Boston spur of the moment. Boston's been good the last 4 months, but there's just so much opportunity, and it's just, I love being down here. And so I'm gonna move down here, move quick too. So the plan is to move here in the next like 3 to 4 weeks. So have that going, but we'll start with bench today. So kind of the main focus today, we'll kind of go to like a top set as I've been doing the last like, essentially like 3 to 4 months. Hopefully get up to 405 for like a 2 to 3 reps. I say 3 would be really sick. I've only hit it for 2 before, but if I get hit a solid double there, I'd be pretty stoked. And then we're gonna back down the weight for about 3 more working sets, and we might do a 225 max bench test today. Reason being, I'm doing the Apex event in 8 weeks in Boston, and one of these 7 events is a 225 max test, and I want to kind of test it. This is my first week of training for it, so I want to kind of get my baseline numbers to see where I'm at with all these events so that I can progress it over the next 8 weeks. This top set right here, we got 4 wheels. 4 wheels, 405, and we are going to go for, I'm feeling a McDouble. A McTriple? We'll see. But 375 moved really well. So top set here, and then we'll back down and probably get 2 to 3 working sets. And again, I might try that 225 AMRAP set just because I want to see where I'm at baseline week 1. I just don't know how to fit it in, because if I do that and that overhead press after, I'm gonna be smoked. I'm like, maybe I do it at the end of a session, but if I do it at the end of the session, I'm gonna be smoked either way. So I could also do it tomorrow. I might do it tomorrow, we'll see. But anyways, top set 405. We're gonna see how many reps we get, hopefully 2 plus. At least 2 would be cool. I've hit it for 2 before. I would love to get 2 to 3. But obviously, you know, some weeks you can't just magically add a rep, but maybe we can today, we'll see. And then we'll back down and probably hit some 2 to 3 more working sets in like that 4 to 6 range, probably around like 365 to 380 range, but we'll see how this moves. Let's rep. Let's go. Come on. Big pump, big pump, big pump. Oh, fuck. Oh, my phone. I got it. Are you good? I should ask for a spot. I thought I had 2. Oh, my goodness. Woo. What? All right, guys, as you saw, I just failed that for 2. Oh, my goodness. I was right. I've never failed when I've gotten it to that point. But the fatigue just overcame me. I got too cocky. I was warming up for it. I was like, I could definitely hit this for 2 without a spotter. I should have just asked for a spotter, but I'm actually glad I was able to roll that off me. I was kind of surprised. Dang, man, I'm a little bummed because I literally had it 3/4 of the way up, and I've never failed when I'm at that point. But, you know, I'm at a point where it's like I used to get frustrated when I'd fail reps, but it's like, how can you be mad at yourself for physically going to a failure? I went to a failure, I didn't get the second rep. I can't be mad. Yeah, I hit it for 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to progress, but I went to complete failure. It's not like I racked it after 1 and didn't try for that second one. Now, I highly don't recommend benching 405 without a spotter. What's the quote? Do as I say, not as I do. Definitely get a spotter. I should have spotted for that, but man, I had that right there. But again, I can't be mad. I tried it. All right, so heavy single for the day, and now we're backing off. We're gonna have to strip all the weight off and put it back on. Let's rep. All right, guys, dropping down to 370. Hopefully I'll get pinned on this. My goal here now is a 3x5. I've hit 365 for a 3x5, and I hit 380 for 2x4 last week. So I'm thinking let's kind of meet in the middle. Let's try to get 3 good quality sets. It's kind of what I've been doing with my compounds right now. It's like a top set, backups. I know I've explained this every time, but kind of like doing that top set, I guess now 1 to 3 range, and then there's backups in like that 4 to 6, usually around 4 to 5 range. So that's what we got here, 3x5, a bench. I'm gonna tell you what, that 405 kind of took it out of me, especially failing it and having to pull it off me. That added a little more fatigue. So taking a long rest before we get into it, but we'll go set 2 here. I will say this bench is pretty sick, the Alico one, because that's like an adjustable. You never see a bench that has like the essentially the squat rack adjustments, so you can go up by like half an inch, which is so nice. I have it at the perfect thing. I hate the benches where there's only 2 spots to unrack from, because either it's way too short or way too high, but I will say this is nice because I don't really need a lift off. A lot of times I take a lift off because if I have to press it up a little bit, it saves that. But from here, I'm just here, bang, straight out. So good bench. I mean, all the equipment here is fucking top notch, but this Alico stuff is Elite Co. Golly day. Could be their slogan, hire me right now. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was hideous. My ass came right out. I don't even know if I want to count that rep. Oh man. All right, I might just go for a 3x4. Well, technically that was 5, but my butt was off the whole last rep. I'll tell you what, I'm just hitting a wall. Like the first couple reps feel good and it's just up out of nowhere. But I also did sprint jump. My CNS is cooked from yesterday. I did a sprint jump and lift. I'm so exhausted from that yesterday. But hey, I just gotta get used to it. You know, not every day is perfect. Doesn't mean you're not making progress, baby. So, ugly 5 there. We'll try to get 2 more sets of 4. I'm gonna try to get 5 if we can, but essentially I'll probably be closer to 4 for the last 2. All right, guys, so I'm gonna be honest, bench took the soul out of me. I am cooked from that. I mean, it's definitely because of yesterday's day being so highly demanding, just because I haven't sprinted and done lower body on the same day in about a year. Now, if you watch my last video, I explained why I'm doing that. I'm training for the Apex bench, which I know I talked about in the beginning here. So I wanted to start consolidating more of my high CNS stuff on one day. And for about 8 to 9 years, I would do sprints and lower on the same day. And it's a very popular training model. It's kind of like the high-low training model where, again, you can consolidate the most highly demanding CNS stuff all in one day, and then you have a low day. Today would technically today's a low day in my book. It's not really a low day. I'm doing maximal bench and overhead press, but typically low day would be like upper body stuff, aerobic stuff. Now I don't do like the true high-low because, again, I'm going like maximal on this, but at least I can consolidate my sprinting and lower body, and I'm gonna do that on Monday. On Thursday, I'm just gonna do lower body on its own, and then Saturday I'll sprint and deadlift and then do a back day. So kind of allows me to get my 2 spread sessions in, Olympic lift twice a week, jump 2 to 3 times a week, as well as lift heavy, and I kind of like that. So, but yesterday was demanding as hell, took the soul out of me, and I definitely felt on the bench. Just my CNS, I think missing that 405 was just I didn't have that pop. Not trying to make excuses, and again, I'm not mad at it. I can't be mad at failing. You know, it's the silliest thing ever to be like, oh man, I failed on 1 when I wanted 2. Brother, you failed. You tried it, you know, you can't be mad at that. So, ended up in what? We got 405 for 1, we got 375 for 544, so, or 370 for 544. Can't be mad at that. That's quality reps, you know. It's funny to think like 3 months ago, hitting 370 for 2 would have been dope. Now I'm hitting it for sets of 5, 4, 4 for multiple sets. So it's cool to see the strength progress. Now we're gonna move on to a classic standing overhead press. So what I've been doing literally the last like 3 months has been bench and dips on the same day, and then overhead press and incline press on the same day. I'm gonna swap the dips and overhead press and go bench overhead press, and then my second push day we'll do an incline press and dips. The reason I'm doing this is, I guess it kind of makes sense. Well, one, I kind of want to change it up a little bit, but I love dips, and I might do dips first on my second upper body day, and I can really progress that. And I've been progressing my overhead press, but I've progressed in the last couple of weeks where, you know, now it's kind of the second movement on this day. I hit 225 for a 3x5 on Friday, so I'm actually going to get up to 225. I mean, I hit that fresh, so I'm not sure if I can hit that again, but even if I hit it for 1 set of 5 and then backups, that'll be fine. So we'll warm up, we'll get going. Right, we'll take 4. Oh man, I'm cooking today, fellas. I hit that for 4. Let's drop at 20. I'm actually not mad at that. I hit it for 5 fresh, so 4 after 4 sets of bench, pretty good. So we'll drop at 20, we'll go 205, and we'll try to get 2 more sets, like 5 to 6. I'm gonna take these shoes off too. I was wobbling way too much. So flat surface is key for OHP. We're taking the shoes off too, if you can see, because I was just wobbling way too much in that, and I hate doing overhead presses and wobbling because then you have to refine your balance. So anytime you can be stable, usually I take them off. And if I just got a nice flat surface, it's super nice. Or I wear my Olympic lifting shoes I wear for squats, but just take them off so I can glue my feet in to the ground. You know what I saw the other day? It wasn't at this gym, but it was another gym. Someone was wearing like Saint flip-flops with his dogs out, and he popped them off and he was just walking around barefoot. Like, I don't walk around in socks. I mean, I think that's normal, but I've never seen someone walk around the gym and with the old dogs out, eh? I forgot what gym I was at. Was that in Boston? I don't know. I remember seeing that. I was like, fellas, come on, let's put the dogs away, eh? Come on, let's at least cover them up with some socks. But I feel like most gyms don't care. It's not like I'll walk around with my socks on. I just take it off when I'm in the platform. So, yeah, whatever I can do to get a nice stable surface, we're gonna take it. So we're gonna set the dose here. Pop the old top. Also, my go-to dress code recently has been, I mean, it's summertime, so I love cutoffs, but what I've been doing is I'll wear like an oversized cutoff. So it's like the Gymshark one I really like. And then under it, I wear the rib tanks. The rib tanks are my favorite shirt of all time. I wear these every day, but I also realized, like, because I post on social media, like Instagram, YouTube, like, and I have a lot of dope Gymshark clothes and I want to wear them. It's a way I can wear the dope clothes, but also wear this because I love working on this. So usually I'll wear these for, you know, the first couple exercises and then get into this. So it's kind of a pump cover, even though my arms are showing, but it makes for the rib tanks, which are awesome. I love these rib tanks. Oh, come on. Oh. Hell yeah. Guys, third movement, it's time to kind of hit the machines, get a sick freaking pump. So we hit our 2 compounds, our heavy bench, our heavy overhead press. We're gonna do one more pressing movement. So wanted to do some sort of incline press, and they got this very nice Alanis machine, which, oh my goodness, the stretch on this is gnarly. Really like this. So I was thinking to do this or a dumbbell incline, but I'd rather hit a machine since I already hit those 2 kind of compounds. And also, you know, I kind of like the machine too. I can not drop the ego a little bit. Well, kind of. Every movement I try to go as heavy as possible, but especially on a machine, sometimes it's like, all right, I can really focus on like kind of more just like really pressing with my chest as opposed to trying to press as much weight as possible like I do in an incline or like on an overhead press bench. So 2 sets here, big stretch around that pec, and then it's nice because it converges at the top. Really good touch on this. I really like this machine. So 2 sets here, we'll probably be in like that 6 to 10 range. We'll always go to failure in each set. All right, guys, so, you know, some days when you're a little fatigued, it takes a little more out of you. You just got to lock in a little more, which is the hardest part. When you're CNS fatigue, the hardest part is locking in. But whenever I feel that way, especially on bench overhead press, I'm kind of overwhelmed, like, man, this is heavy, this is going to hurt. Just be like, hey, it's going to take like 20 seconds of work. It's 20 seconds, then you're going to sit there and rest forever. Just go hard for 20 seconds. So that's the beauty of lifting or sprinting or anything. It's just like, you know it's not going to last forever. The pain's not going to sit there forever. It's only going to be, honestly, most of the time, a couple seconds. So I can go hard for a couple seconds, right? You know, that's why we love lifting weights, baby. That's why shout out to people who do endurance stuff, because I can never. Just a marathon, doing that for 3+ hours, just locked in, hats off to you. I'm more of a lock in, hard as possible, rest. Lock in, hard as possible, rest. We're actually gonna do tempo runs later today as well. So it'll be fun throwing conditioning back in. It's been a minute since I've done those, but I need to do them in preparation for this mile. I'm picking the perfect day to do it. It's like 100 degrees out, right? Humid as hell in Texas, but hey. Ooh, but I'm stoked to move down here. my brain hasn't been this clear in a while. Like, I don't know, I feel just so, like, clarity. I haven't felt clarity in years. And I just, like, I landed here, and this might sound cheesy, but I felt like I was back home, even though I've never lived here. I stayed a month here, but I landed and I was like, I feel like this is where I belong. And like, since I've been in Boston, Boston's been great. I've met wonderful people. I just, ever since I've been there, I felt like, maybe it's because I knew I wasn't going to stay there long, so maybe I haven't allowed my brain to like accept it as home, but I still feel like I'm visiting there, despite having an apartment and living there. So I'm excited to move down here, man. And I think, you know, I want to move around a lot, you know? That's the beauty of it. I think it's cool, and I'm fortunate I can, so why not take advantage of every opportunity I can get, right? You know, you never know if they're going to come back, so you might as well take advantage of it. Ooh. I'll be honest, the music in here is banging. They got Crack a Bottle right now. I used to rip this song. I think this came out like 09, so I was like 11. No idea what any of it meant, but when I was in middle school, it was a freaking vibe, and I had the old earbuds in the back of the bus, vibing. So, let's go sit to here. This stretch is, it's hard to, luckily they got this kickstand here because it is so deep. But that's awesome. Let's crack a bottle, let your body waddle. Oh man. Oh hell. Oh man. That's gnarly, dude. I like that. Usually what I've been doing usually is I'll go like chest, shoulder, alternate. So I'd go lateral raise then this. But I got the pump going. I kind of want to keep it going. And I was talking to someone and I was kind of like, I've always wondered from like a bodybuilding perspective, like, I don't really have any intentions on doing a bodybuilding show. Maybe one day, not anytime soon. As I'm doing these Apex events, I'm really excited for those, and maybe a powerlifting event coming up. But eventually, maybe I'll do a bodybuilding show. And I've always been curious from like a bodybuilding perspective, like what I lack. And I think it's my chest, just because I've always kind of, whenever I do chest, I'm benching, overhead pressing. I'm trying to move weight, as opposed to like with my back. The biggest thing I've changed in the last couple of months, because I felt like my lats were lagging. I definitely think this has helped immensely. It's been doing a lot of volume, but also doing a lot of like pre-fatigue isolation with the pullovers and just a lot of more targeted lat training. And the reason I haven't done that for my chest is because I care so much about my strength with my bench. But maybe I'll go through a period one time where I start with a pec deck. But I'm saying that because my chest definitely lacks a little bit, probably as far as my shoulders and stuff. And I like that. I like when people like, I kind of want to hear like, oh, what do I lack? Because I feel like my legs are pretty good. I felt like my back was lacking, and I've been prioritizing that. So, you know, we'll start focusing on the chest a little bit, and what better way to do it than a sick chest fly? So, it was use the Atlantis fly. We got a nice pump going, so let's continue it going for 2 more hard sets. All right, guys, next up we are going to go just a standing lateral raise. We'll go dumbbell lateral raise. 2 sets here, maybe 3 sets, and let's bang Incline. I've been doing a lot of machine lateral raises of late that I forgot how many dumbbell lateral raises are. Sometimes the classics are the best one. Not to say it's better than the machine, but I think go through periods. Because I did these the other day, and I don't know, just nothing like a dumbbell lateral raise. And then maybe I'll throw some partials at the end. We'll see. Because I feel like with lateral raises, even if I go to failure, it's just like I need a little extra something. So maybe I'll do a drop set in the last one. Might do a little drop set or something. We'll see. We'll play around. But we'll go first set here. We'll blow up the old delties. right, guys, last move of the day, we were gonna go a decline skull crusher, which, oh man, getting set up's the hardest part. But if you got a decline bench, highly recommend doing these because they just make a little skull crusher a little bit better. Now, if you don't, you just do regular skull crusher flat, but I feel like the decline, well, it definitely adds a little bit, just a little more range of motion. I feel like I keep more tension at the top too. A lot of times on the flat one, I just feel like I lose that tension. So really been liking these. So we'll go 2 sets here, last move of the day. Again, I'm kind of reducing my volume a little bit. I'm taking out 1 exercise. Typically I'll do 2 tricep exercises. So I'm taking out 1 exercise, so 2 less sets there. And then usually I'll do 3 sets of lateral as to 2. So taking out 3 overall sets as I'm training more for the apex now. So I need to reduce my volume slightly. Not a ton, because I still like higher volume, but just enough to accommodate for all the sprinting and other stuff I'll be doing. So that's the beauty of training. I'm still gonna try to get juicy and jacked, still get strong, and still get athletic. As long as I periodize it right, you can hate all those qualities. So we'll go set 1 here. Oh man. All right, guys, finish that lift. A little cooked today, but ended up being a good lift. Kind of full upper, again, kind of reducing the volume a little bit, but still starting with our heavy bench, heavy overhead press, and then getting to a lot of accessory movements. It's been a couple hours since then, about 3 hours. I toured some apartments, and now I'm gonna do some conditioning with my friend Luke. He's gonna whoop my ass, but I'm just gonna take it very, very small. I haven't done conditioning in actually, I think the last time I did conditioning was with him when I was down here in September. I used to do so much conditioning. So I used to play rugby, and a large part of my rugby training, if you're a rugby player, you want to be fit. Like, I always pride myself on having good fit levels, good fitness levels. I want to be big, strong, but also be able to play 80 minutes. So I used to do a lot of things called a lot of tempo runs. So that was kind of my main source of conditioning. I would do that 2 to 3 times a week. Did that for years religiously. Like I would build up to 30 to 40 reps. So all a tempo run is essentially a sub-maximal sprint. It's actually kind of going back to that high-low model I talked about earlier. We do all your high CNS stuff on one day, low stuff on the other. So this is a way to kind of accumulate more volume, and it's not too taxing on your nervous system because you're running them at a sub-maximal speed. So I'll run 100 yards or 100 meters at a 70% speed. So for me, usually that would take me 17, 18 seconds. Now it's probably gonna take me 18 to 20, probably be closer to 20. And then I'll rest for 3 times that. So, if it was 18, would that be 56 seconds, 54 seconds? With 20, it makes it nice and easy. It'll be a minute. So I'm essentially gonna do 1 rep I'll probably aim for every minute 20, minute 15. Today, I think I'm just gonna do 12 reps. I gotta take it easy. I remember in my prime, when I was playing rugby, I would get up to 3 sets of 12, and I would go every minute, and I did that for 2 to 3 times a week. So I used to do these all the time with rugby. Love them, but again, I got to run a mile in 8 weeks. So obviously I want to go in this event I'm a competitor, man. I don't want to go in the event thinking, I've jokingly been telling my friends, I'm not going to train for the mile, but the mile, honestly, it's the last event. And if you do good enough in the mile, it can actually skyrocket you up the rankings. So obviously my main focus is going to be my bench, my trap bar, med ball throw, broad jump. Those are kind of my 4 best events. The 40, the vert, as far as placing, I'll probably be middle of the pack with those. And then the mile, if I could get above middle of the pack, I'd be pretty good. I think I could do decent on this. And obviously over the next 8 weeks, that's what I'm training for, Apex. So I'll talk a ton about it. Definitely look up Apex on Instagram. It's the coolest thing ever. If you train the way I do, if you're a rugby guy, this is the perfect event for you. You'd freaking crushing it. So I'm stoked to train for this. Literally the slogan for it is something to train for, because a lot of people like me, or a lot of strength coaches, rugby players, former athletes, we train this way, but there's finally an event that you can peak towards. And I'm so excited for it because I haven't trained for something in, years. Since my last thing I trained for was a rugby match. And it was so fun, being in a rugby season, every week you're playing a game, you're all right, this is what we're doing it for. This is why on Wednesdays I'm doing these push presses and I'm doing these Copenhagen playing. So I'm doing these tempo runs, and it all goes into that. So that's what we got today. I don't know how much I'll film.
but I'll try to get a little bit up. Maybe I'll get a little iPhone quality footage of it because I might be in the pain cave, so we'll see. But let's rip.